already went through Q1. We ran a personal best on Q1, so I'm very excited about that. We're gonna try to figure out what our dial-in is. We ran a 9.0 at 158. We're gonna see what we can do for the rest of the day. I think I might run my dial-in as a 9.0 because, I mean, if I can keep the bike consistent at a 9.0, that's about what I was hoping for to do all year, was to run a 9.0 bracket. And we're just gonna see what happens. Bike's good to go today. Feels good, launch felt great, ran a 1.6 60 foot, which is one of my better ones, especially for this weekend. But we're gonna see what happens. Bike wheelie just a little bit. I think it was either second or third gear, but it was just very slight, but it was enough that we were able to get a really good pass out of it. I was surprised when I got my ticket and it said a 9.0. I thought it was the wrong ticket, but nope, that was mine. The bar bike I went against ran an 8.8 or an 8.6, I think. But good run. We're gonna see how the day brings. We got round 1 coming up. Also then, guys, going into it, Mickey ran a good pass here today, 11.5. So we're both looking pretty good. We're trying to figure out our dial-in numbers. I think I'm gonna go dial at a 9.0. Mickey's gonna dial at an 11.4, and we're gonna swing it and see what happens here for round 1. I'm not sure if Mickey's gonna go up and do any testing because he has testing tuned today. So we're gonna try to see what happens, get some better passes in, and hopefully we can make it into the final here tonight. 584, 590. Holy crap. gotta see what that tree was, because that was freaking close. If I didn't break out, holy hell. Best 60 foot I had all day. 8s are so close, guys. That's insane. Oh man. Damn. If I would have kept that at a 9.0, I would have been perfect. I'm pissed. That sucked. I'm pissed too. I should have kept my 9.0. I'm pissed now. But he broke out too, but he broke out less.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you've been right there.
Isn't that still your best 9.0?
0.01 of a second though.
Honey, and the other guy, is that still your best 9.0?
Yeah. That 60 foot was, when I did a wheelie earlier, I was a 158. That was a 160, flat as hell. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up our Memorial Day weekend. We were going to stay for racing Monday, today Memorial Day, but wasn't a points race, so I wasn't going to push our luck. We ran bikes back-to-back very hard Saturday and Sunday. I can't be too mad. So Mickey's first weekend on the R6 didn't do too bad. We might have to look into doing some clutch stuff because it just seems like the launches he couldn't get down. So we're probably going to do a couple videos here on launching the bike and getting him some more seat time coming out of the hole. The bike's still trapping about 120 to 125 mile an hour, so the bike's running out the big end good. But I think the launches, I did one test pass on it, and the clutch doesn't feel quite right. Like it's grabbing in a weird spot when you come out of the hole. So we're gonna look into the clutch. But the R6 did pretty good. Mickey went into round 2 on Saturday, unfortunately got knocked out. I went in only into round 1, tried to buy back, went against a GS bar bike and couldn't make it happen, so I was out in round 1. And then yesterday we went into round 2 with the Busa, and Mickey only made it into round 1 and then losing in the buyback round as well. So me and Mick kind of alternated Saturday and Sunday, but the Busa, I can't be too mad because granted we broke out. And honestly, the breakout's what made us lose because we beat them to the line, but my game plan for me kicking myself in the behind for switching to a 9.2 dial-in was I ran a 9.0 pass earlier that morning. I kind of thought that it was a fluke. I kind of went against my better judgment as to just keep it, and I ran a 9.4 in round 1 because the bike wheelied really hard, and the guy next to me luckily Looks like he had some issues on the start, so he red lit, and I was able to win in round 1 kind of by default, and I took a 9.4 pass on that. So figured cut it down the middle. I ran a 9.2, and it kicked me in the rear end, and I ended up running my personal best at a 9.01 at 158 mile an hour. So the Busa did good. I mean, I really can't complain. I broke out, and I ran a personal best. So it is what it is. We ended up watching some great racing, hanging out with a lot of good guys up there at the racetrack. Me, my girlfriend, and Mick camped out for the weekend. And yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if any of you guys might have checked my Instagram. I did have a video. We had the trailer all decked out. We had our stove up there. The trailer was set up for me and my girlfriend. Mickey slept in his vehicle, and it was a good weekend. We had a very good weekend. A lot of nice people. Based on that kind of event and stuff, just even though that's a big event for that track, I have a feeling that if I get the chance to do it this year, go to an XDA race down at Maryland International, that'll be awesome. And hopefully for that, I'll be able to get a big group of people to go, and we can just have a big, kind of have like our own little block party. We'll get a bunch of trailers and stuff parked up next to each other and have a good setup for the weekend. But anyway, can't complain. R6 did good for her debut back at the racetrack in 2 years. Busa did great after her weight loss this year and just cleaning up the bike, getting some aero and stuff down. This tank has made a lot of difference for me. Just because of me being a bigger guy, I was able to tuck a lot more. I was behind the windscreen instead of above it, and the bike did really good. The guy that I raced in round, the guy that I raced in round 2 that ended up beating me based on a breakout, he said that the bike is very kind of underestimating, because most times with brackets is somebody's going to leave before the other unless you have the same dial in, and he pretty much thought that it was in the bag, and I ended up trapping almost 20 mile an hour faster than him because he stayed in it, and probably around 900 to 1,000 foot, I walked right by and crossed the stripe first. But he said the bike was a little underestimating because of that, because usually when you're ahead, you can kind of back off because you know you're going to cross the stripe first, and I came by him pretty quick, and he said that it was not what he expected. He thought that since he was ahead, he was going to stay ahead and just float through the finish. But made it a good race. Busa's running great. And it ran the 9.0 on a 90-degree day. So when the weather gets cooler, we might be fighting wheelies, but I think the bike's going to do really well when it's running in actual boost weather and running good. So I can't complain, but we had a great weekend, so that's all I care about. So all right, guys, as always, I hope you liked the video. If you do, give a thumbs up. Know anything more about the bike, more about the channel, drop those comments down below. As always, hit that subscribe button with the little bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Remember, ride safe, ride smart, always wear your helmet. See ya.